manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can have. It's guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes.
Bring your motherfucking ass on, Goo.
Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
What's that? Ready?
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
20.
He's crashing. He's checking crap. You go tank. You got tank. 8.
I'm like, Cameron got old or something else. This nigga even do his play call. I got the Ricky, right? The Ricky Spence around. I picked on last. I mean,
he was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this.
He called a play.
He said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Y'all.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check the outreach. Back.
And to give this time to the tailback. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Slam. Check, boys.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Go.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Let's go, Carolina. Redemption.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
36, 36.
Go.
Check 26, check 26. Like shit.
Ready?
2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Come on. You better bring it.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch it slant.
Secret.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Ready?
52. I smell fear in that offense.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Now throwing on 3rd down there,
Jaden, boy, we see you right there with that hit thing, Jaden.
See when we review this.
Hey, nigga that caught the ball, man, that nigga ain't fucking no.
You bring a crowd of people into the equation.
That nigga ain't
that's why it got
fucking
knocked away there.
That man ain't going for that whole
Here
shit.
now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in
Man,
his
ain't
rookie
going for that,
season of
bro.
2018. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard
Oh,
attempt here.
60-yarder, dude.
And that right
Nigga
there
that kicked the
something
60-yarder.
we've
That just
seen
hit the bottom of the
15
field goal
times in
post
NFL
and
history.
bounced
That will
in.
officially go down as a
60-yarder,
60-yard
boogie.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline. 25-yard line to even try it as well.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
Yeah, man, it sounds like niggas competing with each other, man. We got to compete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
See, I didn't mean to use the word competing with each other.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me.
I'm talking about they hit his ass so
You always
fucking
hear about
deep.
receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Newton. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Newton to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. His 5th touchdown now on the
they let you throw the ball on the screen now, bro. Like, you know how you throw a screen, right? You pick a screen, and they got other routes on it, but you try to throw the other routes, the niggas throw it stupid, or they call it penalty or some shit. Now they let you throw them other routes, boy.
That'll be taken in.
I know last year, man, they let you throw them holes.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Oh, okay.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 38. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. It does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right?
Oh, y'all blowed it. Somebody blowed it on the last play.
They did, holding them to a field goal.
Woo!
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, I have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Newton. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check. Crunch.
2nd and 15. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton being chased out left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
That's it. Check 55 to Mike. Come on, baby. Great. See what you got. 55's Mike. Come on. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here at 44. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to look deep for more. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Look at Measle. Measle come out of nowhere with that.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Mike, ready? 180. Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike. 20. Check, 55. Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
To throw on third down. Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now Newton on first down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones. Just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
Boogie the biggest clown,
Things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 52. Mike 52. And let's get this.
General West.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 31. Check 31.
Ready?
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking downfield for Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check. Lucky. 20.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's go. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read. Check. Deep grip.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape.
Hey, Dante is sitting on Julio.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he's been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note.
Oh, good side.
Self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The throw right sideline here is complete.
Hey, don't run with that pistol, baby.
That'll lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on
don't
3rd
run
down.
Pistol,
2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And an alley to run. Was relatively easy.